the 2011 title winner, some chap called Charles Leclerc, who seems to have done quite well for himself over the last couple of seasons. So there's the grid. Jonathan Weywadt and Alex Powell from Matteo Capieto and Aaron Reszepy. Bart Piketowski and Albin Sturesen from Matteo De Palo and Adam Kowalski. Jaden Tien and Ariel Elkin from Zachary David and Alexei Yaleva. Emil Gierdrum, Mai Sadar, Thomas Veilentas and Freya Norman. Now, of course, the karts are all absolutely identical. The same X-Bridge chassis with Vortex engines and Vega tyres. So everybody essentially has identical equipment to each other. They only get one formation lap, of course, to find out the optimum temperature of the brakes and tyres. A lot of this is to do, of course, with respecting each other out on the circuit as well. They do an awful lot of work in terms of the education of health, of safety, of science, and, of course, of their true mentality as a racing driver. But they've all been gathered together from far and wide, all across the Americas, Asia, and of course all over Europe as well. Are we going to go away straight away? Yes, we are. So straight away into the first corner. I do apologize. No, it is a false start, I've been told. So it is still a false start. I apologize. And as they come off the final turn, hopefully this time it's going to be a clean start. We will wait and watch to see if this time we get the go. Yes, we do, and away we go racing up to the first corner, and it's a cracking start from the inside line as Jonathan Weywadt holds station. The Danish driver making a good bolt through to the first corner, and as they come through turn two, the field trying their best to stretch out into a decent position. It's obviously going to be very tricky to hold on to, but out in second place, that's Matteo Capieto, the Frenchman, and already John Weywadt being very defensive to the inside of turn 5. As the field cracks their way through the first sector and now back onto the far side, John Weywadt doing what he needs to hang on in front of Capieto and Alex Powell, who's making his own bid around the outside to try and get further forward. But the Dane leads the way from the Frenchman and the Jamaican. And this is already a bold lunge from Capieto. He's trying his luck as Alex Powell tries to get on the undercut of Matteo Capieto. Can't quite make it stick. This is going to be a very tough racetrack for the youngsters in the FIA Karting Academy Trophy to hone their skills on, but they are doing it with gusto and determination as Alex Powell is going to have to watch now as Capieto tries to make his bid on the inside of Weywadt. Weywadt protects, and so Capieto is now in defensive mode to the Jamaican in third. So already a very exciting race is developing here as Alex Powell looks one way, then the other, and bolts on the inside line. That is a brilliant bit of racecraft from Alex Powell. He sells the dummy to Matteo Capieto on the second lap of the first qualifying heat. And that is what the Jamaican superstar is capable of. Up in a second place. Now he's drifting a little bit. I think he pushed the tyres quite hard into the braking zone. He now needs to collect his thoughts and get the car back together, as that looks to me like Bart Piketowski making his bid on Jaden Tien, the Dutchman. So as they come across the line, it's John Weywadt who leads from Powell and Capieto now, and up to fourth is Piketowski in front of Tien, Reszepy, De Palo, Sturesen, Kowalski, David and Yaleva, with Elkin, Sadar, Gierdrum, Veilentas and Norman giving chase. One more time to make a bid to come past. And they're going to be side by side to the first corner. One or two of the drivers there just tucking in as Jaden Tien battles with Albin Sturesen. Is Sturesen going to get the move on the inside? Well, Jaden Tien's going to protect that line with everything he's worth as Zachary David, the young Filipino, is trying to break through. Sturesen gets his bid on the inside line, makes the bid past Jaden Tien. Tien is going to try and come straight back at him on the exit, and now Zachary David launches up the inside, as does Ariel Elkin, and there's nowhere for Albin Sturesen to go except the exit curve, and he loses another place to Alexei Yaleva. As we complete half distance, 4 laps down and 4 to go, and that's Alex Powell back down into third place behind Matteo Capieto. So the Frenchman Matteo Capieto is back in his second place, and now Alex Powell is deciding, right, we need to slot in behind each other here, and we need to get after the man in the lead. Otherwise, John Weywadt is going to have this race on a silver plate. Now, this is going to be a tough race from the front end of the field for Jonathan Weywadt, because although he's got a little bit of a gap, he's also the one who's pushing his tyres most dynamic through the course of the race, because he hasn't got anybody else to battle with, and he's got these two drivers who are now essentially meant to be working in unison in order to catch up to the Dane. But if they continue to squabble amongst themselves, the young Danish driver up front is going to be a very tough man to beat. And we go into the final lap. Jonathan Weywadt looks fairly comfortable enough from the front end of the field. So Alex Powell may want to go for second place here. Capieto is aware of it. Holds the inside line at turn 2. Does not want to lose more ground than he has to. And as they come up towards the tight third corner and then up the flick, a big amount of curb used by Matteo Capieto. He then goes back out to the outside to tuck in for the inside of the left-hander at turn 5. Albin Sturluson sets the fastest lap of the race as he tries to climb up from 10th. But Matteo Capieto essentially is now throwing anchor as he hangs on in front of Alex Powell for second position. Has the Jamaican got one more trick up his sleeve? Capieto certainly defending valiantly in second place. Is this going to be a move he could pull off? Yes, it is, out of the final lap, and he's going to come side by side with Capieto. He can't quite get there. Capieto comes off the turn. Powell's going to get him at the line, though, as Weywadt wins it. Powell is just going to miss out. Oh, my goodness, 0.021. Well, what a way to battle on the final lap. They saved the best till last there. Absolutely awesome, and it has to be said, very close for second place between Capieto and Powell. But the Frenchman just hangs on by a whisker. For Jonathan Weywadt, though, it is plain sailing. The Danish driver opens his account in absolutely superb fashion. So after just a whisker over 10 kilometers around the Adria circuit, Jonathan Weywadt opens the weekend in the FIA Karting Academy Trophy with a win from Matteo Capieto and Alex Powell. Bart Piketowski and Aaron Reshepi from Matteo De Palo and Zachary David. Then Adiel Elkin and Jaden Tian, Albin Sturluson in the top 10 from Alexei Yeleva and Adam Kowalski. Then it is Emil Gierdrum and Mai Sadar from Freya Norman and Thomas Veilentas. And every single driver who started the race brought it to the finish. It's been an